Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Beth Farnsworth.
And I'm CJ Ward. The Las Vegas Sphere wows audiences worldwide with its dazzling visuals and immersive sound. But did you know the technology behind it has roots right here from along our coast?
Here is how UCSB researchers are blending art, science, and artificial intelligence in ways that could define the next era of creativity. The $2 billion Sphere in Las Vegas is billed as the future of live entertainment. But it's a future shaped by work done at UC Santa Barbara. The Allosphere Research Laboratory pioneered many of the concepts that inspired the Sphere's creators.
I am flattered to say that I'm the mom, but of course I am not the creator and inventor of the MSG Sphere. But I did make one of the first immersive virtual environment, what I call laboratories or spaces for people to be able to experience their content in.
Inside UCSB's Allosphere, director Dr. Joanne Kuchera-Morin calls her lab a concert hall for science, a place where researchers can use artificial intelligence to process massive amounts of data and step into their own equations as they're transformed into sights and sounds that spark new understanding.
If there's a way that we can actually bring their data into visual and sonic domains, they may be able to have better conversations with one another. One of the most important things I think that happens to me as an artist is I'm able to understand a very complex data that I could never understand unless I saw it and heard it.
She says artificial intelligence should be used as a tool to enhance, not replace, human imagination.
Don't use the AI to create for us, but use the AI as an interface to help us do things that typically are too tedious.
Architect and media artist Iason Paterakis takes that philosophy into the city. He uses projection mapping and AI to make buildings feel alive. He sees AI not as a threat, but as an extension of human creativity.
I think AI is basically, it's not a replacement, it's an augmentation of the workflow of creative people, especially these days, and I think science is part of that.
And for fellow UCSB researcher Nefeli Manudaki, Santa Barbara itself is the perfect incubator for this kind of convergence.
There are communities here that are contributing to the field, and both in the science, in the art, and the AI definitely. And we have Google Quantum here. We have many companies that are leading in the field, and the university at first hand, they're doing amazing research on these topics. And we're a research university, so we're at the heart.
They both describe this moment as a super evolutionary era, one where art, science, and technology can no longer be separated.
Everything is moving so fast.
Manudaki says hesitation is natural, but she believes artificial intelligence should be seen as a tool for exploration, not something to fear.
If you put it to do your homework, then it might be cheating. But if you use it to help you dream and explore further, then I don't say it feels like cheating.
And to make a point, our news director, Ryder Christ, used AI to curate that story, again, to make a point. Now, as mentioned, Google's Quantum Artificial Intelligence Lab is based in Goleta.
And its mission is to build quantum computing for otherwise unsolvable problems. Inside the lab, you won't find sterile white walls. Instead, you'll find beautiful artwork designed specifically for the campus. At the head of this artistic vision is artist in residence Forrest Stearns.
And Forrest joins us now live to talk about the art direction at the campus. Forrest, thank you so much for taking time this evening to be with us. At Google's Quantum Lab, art was embedded into the building of the facility from the onset. What happens when art and science share the same space, and what benefits have you seen at the lab?
Well, you really get art. If you get art, you get creativity, innovation, inspiration. You know, when you align art direction and make sure that the envelope really speaks to the team, you make giant epic pieces. You really create a temple for the best creativity to happen. And then you have an artist in residence program which works over time and continues to keep it going.
And Santa Barbara is known for its intersection of the science and the arts, from UCSB to the creative community. How has that environment shaped the way your artist in residence program has grown?
That's a great question. Quantum mechanics speak the language of nature by manipulating electrons. And luckily, Santa Barbara is absolutely just fruitful with nature. You know, from the ocean to the mountains, there's amazing industry that has happened there, and there's amazing academics that have happened there. We have a team of really amazing architects, scientists, and artists that work together. And it really flourishes because Santa Barbara has all of those elements that have come together.
And with the rise of artificial intelligence permeating our daily lives, how do you see AI shaping creativity? And does it feel like a tool, a collaborator, or a challenge? And how do you make that and make it think about art?
Hey, that's a good question too. I think the most important thing here is the HI, the human intelligence. And I'm first and foremost an illustrator. I love to draw. I live to draw. I always have a tool on hand. And so I see AI as a tool to use as a lever. But like most tools, if you rely upon your tools and not your human creativity, it doesn't really help you grow. It doesn't really help you innovate. So it's up to us to be humans as we develop that AI.
You know, when people hear artificial intelligence, AI, people get nervous. We even talked about it, touched on it in the story. Does any of this make you nervous? Do you have any concerns about any of this in your mind, or is it just clear sailing?
I mean, I think that the rhetoric at hand right now is nervous, but in order to make great art, we have to chase the muse, we have to find inspiration, and we have to always practice. So I would love for AI to help me do my laundry and help me with my dishes so I have more time to do artwork.
I love the idea, the integral part of bringing in people from all walks of life also to experience this, what you know and what you're sharing with us tonight. It's fascinating.
Thank you.
I love that you're surrounded by temples behind you too with the art. You can hear more from Forrest Stearns and the voices that you heard earlier at an upcoming event. Brave New World is a 3-day symposium and public art exhibition featuring world leaders in art and technology.
And it's happening in Santa Barbara, October 7th through the 9th, and you can find more information on this event on our mobile app and on our website.
Thank you, Forrest Stearns, for being with us tonight.
Thank you very much.
Peace
and love
out.
the artwork behind you. It's
Yeah,
beautiful
awesome.
what's behind you.
Thank you. Come visit.
We will.
All right, we will.